Anne-Marie has brought me today to the Pandy in Flint, North Wales. I'm still a little bit unwell, you'll have to excuse me. This is like the second time I've been out anywhere really properly since December. It's now March. I remember hearing about this place when I was in school because everyone used to go to skive at the Pandy. If you were in Richard Gwyn or Flint High or one of those high schools, this was the skiving location of choice. I think even some of the teachers used to come down here to try and find the kids that were skiving off back in the day. I'm sure it still carries on now, but I can remember that in the early 90s, late 80s. Let's have a look at this waterfall. Apologies, I don't know a great deal about this place. I just know it's called the Pandy and there's a pond here. Anne-Marie will know more. Do you know a little bit about the Pandy?
More hens up there.
More hens? Oh yeah, I see them. They're having a bit of a flying battle. Maybe there's a girl one and they both want
Been here for quite some time. My granny used to play here when she was a kid.
Your granny used to play here when she was a kid, so you're talking very early 20th century there.
1920s.
20s?
Yeah, 19.
Crikey, so it has been here a while.
10s, 1920s, 1930s. This is where my granny came from, Flint. They're well looked after and kept tidy, so.
Did it not used to be?
I don't know. I wasn't born in the 30s.
No, I mean
But no, I mean just in saying
back in the 80s. Back in the 80s and that, I don't know.
I didn't come here in the 80s.
Didn't you? Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I know, but you went to Richard Gwyn.
I know. I didn't come down the Pandy.
You didn't go skiving. There's one of the more hens. Oh, come on, mate, I'm half a mile away. I'm no threat to you. Now, hopefully this is a gentle walk, because I feel like rubbish. Oh. A bowling green, apparently. I see.
That's the hut for the bowling green. The token of bowling green. And it's for all ages, if you like that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be for the old people. I know some of my friends who play bowl. Well, it's better in the summer when it's warmer. But the pond, it goes all the way around the top, the edge of the new houses. And then there's a lane just over there, which I think you can walk up, and it goes up towards Richard Gwyn. Because the lane at the side of Richard Gwyn was the lane we used to run doing cross country, do you remember?
Yeah.
And then we used to go down Starkey Lane at the top.
So there's a lane up there that leads to the school.
Something interesting down Starkey Lane. In one of the farmers' fields that we used to go across, I'm not sure it was something like a tunnel or a bunker or something.
Yeah, in one of the fields.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I've seen it, and it's like steps and it goes down and stuff.
I suppose North Wales Hills would be a good place
There is
to.
tunnels down towards the castle apparently. So I don't know where they start.
I don't know if they'd have a tunnel going about 4 miles to the castle from there, but you never know.
I don't know, but there's tunnels apparently. What I've heard, they could be wrong, is what I've heard.
You must have had some good flipping miners to get from up the hills to the castle.
But, yeah, but up there, it's just, we'd have to go and have a look, and we'd have to stop and get out and look in the field. If anybody knows what's in the farmers' fields, like Starkey Lane, it's just got Richard Gwyn High School, and then at the top, Croydon Road, it goes into a lane. It's one of the fields down there.
Righto.
We used to go down there when cross country.
Keep the Pandy litter free. seem to be doing an alright job. There's a recycling bin, a blue bag in the tree over there, but it's not too destroyed. The swans here, is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
So imagine if you look at one of them houses and look out your window, you see the swans.
Yeah, these houses are pretty much brand new. This was all fields until, I don't know, start of the pandemic perhaps, roughly. I think they started slapping up a housing estate of hundreds of houses, and they got them up quite quickly. The ducks are having a scrap. He's chasing after his girlfriend, look. Best not stand still too long, or I think we've got bread. Waterfall goes down here. These ducks are having a field day. Yeah. The duck having a good old fly there. Is it coming into land or is he scarpering? And there's one of his bigger brothers up there. Don't know if you can see that. Probably like a minuscule little dot, but there's an aeroplane flying up ahead. They're going quackers. Yeah, you see the new houses there. Well, the houses pretty much ended on that little terraced estate that looked into fields. Terrace row, sorry. That looked into fields, and it was like that until, like I say, quite recently. I think in time they'll probably have more trees perhaps to cover these new houses, so they get a bit of privacy from when the local user down here swigging strongbow and throwing the cans in the trees and what have you. We all know it's going to happen at some point.
Can't see the swans.
No, can't see the swans.
Two of them.
I don't know how it works with swans. Do they mate for life? Do they like stick together? So if one buzzes off to, I don't know, Deeside Leisure Centre or whatever, the other one flies off with it. Yeah, it'd be a bit open at the moment here for me.
I don't think you'll get this one.
Alright.
Yeah. But I think it's already fine.
It's a proper British thing, that, isn't it? When you see someone like, alright mate. Goodness me, I didn't realise that the houses went quite so far back. They really have done a number, haven't they, here? Because this was all farmers' fields for a good distance. Problem is, these days there's not enough houses, is there, for everyone? The only thing, looking at them, Land Rovers, BMW, they don't look like affordable houses. I can't see many scraggy old Metros, but a Mark III Ford Fiesta with a great big hole in the rear arch. Hello, ducks. I haven't got any bread. To be honest, I don't think you're supposed to feed them bread anyway, are you? Isn't it bad for them? Or at least white bread anyway. You can get wild bird seed, can't you? Or wild duck seed, I think. Do swans go to bed when it gets dark? Maybe they've gone to bed. I don't know. Something down there, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's to shore the bank up so the housing estate's fence doesn't fall into the pond.
That's the original fence, not the one.
Is it? Take a look back. Well, normally I try and upload even. Sorry, my brain's not working. A few videos a month, but I've literally not been anywhere, just been in the house 99.9% of the time lately, feeling like crap. So today I thought I'd come out and feel like crap. Oh dear. I felt so rotten before I did a COVID test. I mean, I had it in January, so that'd be quite unlucky, wouldn't it? I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but the sky is lovely today. Oh. Listen to that singing. Is that a robin or a blackbird or something? Blackbirds sing nice, don't they? Might be a blackbird. I can hear one replying quite far away. Over there somewhere. Ridiculous. I'd normally walk 18 times this and be fine. I feel like I've done 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. I've got to get back on my feet though. For work more than anything, I need to get back. ASAP. This comes out the mountains, does it, love? This little brook here. We are so blessed in North Wales. We've got so many lovely places to go. And literally, what, 5 minutes from the house. Catkins. Catkins. Must be warming up because there's midges flying around. Only one or two, but they'll be back with a vengeance soon as it warms up. That's one good thing about winter. Midges clear off. Oh dear, I'm going to have to pause and sit down for a minute. Flipping crackers. Okay,
Yep.
let us sit down for a minute.
There's plenty of places to sit there if you want to sit down.
Yeah.
And there's stuff. Be nice when the summer bubble. Bring your sandwiches and drinks with you.
Yeah.
You can bring sandwiches and drinks now if you want it, you know. Obviously, you know, they wouldn't have had all this bridge business and tax business.
No,
If
it
there
looks
was, if there was bridges, it would have been
semi-recent, doesn't it?
it?
Yeah, the bridges tended to be wood back in the 80s.
And the lanes would have gone through the fields. I mean, obviously Richard Gwyn's been there since the 50s.
Yeah. The moon
But
is
before the 50s, it would have been
out
all
now.
fields. So, if you can walk along the bottom, rubbish into the car park. And it's easy accessible, you know, if you've got wheelchairs or pushchairs, you don't have to come up that bit where we came. You can come up this bit, can't you?
This is a wheelchair route, is it?
So it's wheelchair accessible and push
There was a lady with a bus chair when we were getting out the car a few minutes ago.
It's a good car park as long as you park your car.
Yeah, there's
Park as well for the kids if they want to
probably
play.
about
There isn't much in there.
20
It's
spaces.
a swing and a seesaw or something.
Where's this?
Down by that van, behind the van, there's a little park. There's like a seesaw and a swing in it.
Perhaps now they've got a rather large housing estate parked up next to the place, they
Yeah,
might
there is
expand
a
it.
playground in the middle of an housing estate there.
Oh right, okay. So the kids have got somewhere to go.
For the kids and that. It's all right, though. Down there. Yeah, there's a seesaw, you can see the seesaw, can't you? There's also another park over there, and it used to have a zip wire and stuff.
Okay.
You know, when you sit in the tyre or whatever, and you go down on the zip wire thing.
Yeah.
There was something there, wasn't
More hens, they're flapping about. Probably territorial males, I'm guessing. I don't really know.
Swans, they do, don't they? Swans. I was wondering if they go to bed somewhere in the
That's
in
what
the
I said.
windy bits.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's cold for them or something. It was only a couple of weeks ago where we came here.
Yeah.
And this one's here. So,
They're all going quackers.
loads of ducks there, loads of ducks.
Oh dear.
table down there as well if you want to eat. There's only one picnic table, but I suppose if you bring blankets, you can sit on that little glass area.
Yeah.
There's no history about this place. Sometimes there's a bit of history, don't we? Because there's woodlands where we live and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah,
All
Wether.
those woods and that used to be the old railway line to Buckley and
Yeah.
that. That's a nice walk too.
Yeah.
Buckley's been around, well, they're not new houses anymore, but I say new houses.
Done
That's where Broadgate Farm used to be.
a video with you there.
The old Buckley Lane.
One of my older videos, I think. I don't know if I had a
Walk from
steadier
Connors
camera
Quay
then.
to Norfolk Hall. And it's all good. The seats up there to sit down to, and then little ponds and stuff. And now the council look after it. Plenty of wildlife and flowers and stuff to see. Because when I used to go there, it was overgrown, and we still had the old railway, what are they called, buildings. There is still railway sleepers though.
Yeah.
As you get towards Norfolk. They've been there for years. They were there back in the 80s, 90s, and they're still there now, the railway sleepers. My excellent parking. Don't think anyone's bothered anyway because it's late now, isn't it? So.
No.
Oh, there's a couple of seesaws in the park, see them? And a swing, or 2 swings. That's not too bad, is it?
A few things for the kiddies to do.
Kid in it. That's not too bad, really.
There you go. Bring the kiddies in, jump in there and have a play. And if Grandad's here, I'll take you for a game of bowls, look. There you go, anyway. I'll switch off before I collapse. Okay, bye bye for now. Okay, we've come from the Pandy now and headed over to Flint Castle. Had a little bit of a rest in the car for a bit, so I've got a little bit of energy back. I'm going to have a quick nose at the coastal path.
You can go in both directions. You can go down there where the sign is,
Yeah.
and then if you go that way, there's that little woodland. See the trees is woodlands.
Yes.
And there's like little boats moored up on that
In the middle of there.
through the woodlands. So it's up to you which one that you want to do.
I'll go this way, it's fine.
Okay.
It's Flint Town United Football Club.
Bit of information there on the coastal path. Might say how far away it is. We're walking at that. Flint Castle.
It's a little bit dark now.
Flint Bridge.
Might pick up a little bit of info. The first true industry
Wales
was
coastal path is like so.
Romans in 40 AD.
This is where we are. So it walks down here. Look, Rapper Riverside. Oh, I see. So this is like the path. So we're at where are we? Flint Castle. So it walks along here, Flint Marsh, down this way. It goes all the way down, see. And it goes all the way up. It goes to Prestatyn.
Goes up to Prestatyn, see?
Yeah. And it probably goes there because we've got that, and you can probably, I don't know, work it along to Drill or something. Life work station.
Is that what you want to do? I'll walk to rail.
Yeah, let's walk to Real.
I'll let you crack on. I'll stop here on this.
It's a bit late to be walking that far now, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But,
If it was 6 o'clock in the morning, it'd be a bit late for me to walk that
it's
far.
like
now.
when I was younger, we used to come down here with my granny. It used to be all really marshy land because my poor granny, she fell And we had to get her an ambulance to hospital because she broke her hip.
Agree.
So any marshland,
So don't bring your granny
walk
down
into
here.
the marshland because it's not safe. But there's a coastal path now here, which is good. And there's loads of wildlife to see.
That's the Wirral Peninsula across the way there.
There's rugby and football, you can watch them playing that over there.
In Wirral, yes, you can.
No, here, there, to the right of you. And sometimes in the daytime there's a little hut, and they serve hot and cold milk and hot and cold snacks, don't they? Oh,
The geese
there's
are
loads
off.
of geese. Loads of geese down the river. So at certain times they go flying to somewhere else, keep warm in it, I suppose. There are some treats that you could pick off. The figurines. Poor lady, she's lost her eyes and face. On that figurine down there. Looks a bit like Tina, I think. But yeah, they've got the rugby club and the football club here. And there's the football club house there. Probably hire it out for parties and stuff, like a social club. I never really see it open that much. But
I've seen it open for the rugby, and then
this was all like marshland and stuff.
just next to the white building is a little hut. That's what Anne-Marie was on about, where they sell burgers
It
and what
smell
have you.
like smoke. Or just me.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It could be like
Can't see any
it could be one of
flames.
those or,
That's always good.
or, I don't know. Or someone's house.
It's getting quite dark now. I don't know how the camera will
Some of
cope.
the houses round here have still got their coal fires and they still have them going. You know what I mean? Because it's like...
Not for much longer though, I think, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it this year that coal is banned for residential?
Is it?
I think so. I think it's this year or next year.
Whatever they use these days, but I know people still have open fires.
It's still okay for industrial use.
They were nice. So my granny used to
Possibly commercial.
Granny and granddad used to get up in the morning. My grandmother would light the fire, put in the newspaper over the front to get it going. Remember?
Yeah.
And then you used to have a giant fork, big slab of bread on it. You cut from a loaf and toast it, and the butter in the dish on the side melting by the fire. Nice. Because you had to cut the bread yourself, right? Big slab of it. And stick it on this giant fork and you put it over the fire in the morning for your breakfast. Proper butter as well, melted in the butter dish, spread it on toast. Lovely. This was the 1980s and 70s.
These days people just come and park up here and get a Mackey's.
But yeah,
It's not many places got fireplaces these days.
Flint Marsh or this is cold. It's good that they put a path in that so you can walk, because it was quite dangerous when me and my granny went.
I think this path was put in as part of a coastal route for cyclists, really, so they could avoid the main roads.
Yeah,
I don't know if they use it. I'm assuming they do.
yeah they did, yeah. Most people use it. There's some information on that board over there.
I never see cyclists down here though. I just see people walking.
I've seen cyclists. It's more in the daytime, I suppose, isn't it? Because we come at night, don't we? Get a hot drink and we just sit down the castle, don't we?
Admire the view.
Nice, you can see all the wildlife. Sometimes there's an odd fox,
A badger.
a badger, yeah. Even cats. From the local houses come down because they didn't get any fish or birds.
There is a sign over there with some info on, but it's so pitch black now. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Oh, joy. Look what's here. God, I'm in terrible form. Dear Lord. Ooh. Goodness me. What's wrong with me? Phew. There's the castle, and then further along, more signs of modernity. You've got the flats. Well, I say modernity. I think they were put there in the 60s.
Oh, the them lights all lit up, all the factories, you can see all the steam
Zoom back
from
out.
that one and steam from there. No seats down this way,
Okay.
which is good that they've got seats to sit on.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
If you like not very mobile or elderly or whatever,
Like me at the moment.
plenty of seats to sit on. There's one down there too.
Smashing. Crikey, normally we'd be down by the bridge by now.
But you can see over the water, can't you? And stuff.
I think we're getting into severe darkness here now.
A clear night you'll probably see a bit more. There is clear here. You can see over there, you can see that pot over there.
A little bit of daylight
There's
across
that
the way.
England on the other side of the water.
Just a little. Yeah, that's true. It
And
is.
then
It's
you go
England over
across
there.
the Flint Bridge, and you go to like Zone 1 and even Zone 4. There's a path to walk. Zone 4's got a path. You go past the boating lake.
These zones are
And then,
industrial zones on the estate ahead there.
You go so far along, you come across there's Ministry of Defence World War II building, like a house, and obviously it's been used, Ministry of Defence, we still use it. So I'm not sure if it's part of the shooting range, but if you keep going you get to the English border. Takes you along to Liverpool. It's good, isn't it? But look at all that down there, all the marsh down there. I just think that's when we used to walk along all that, and it's not safe.
Just looks like blackness, I think, on here. You can't really see anything down here because it's just pitch black.
So you can walk a little bit if you want towards the trees and stuff. But what you can see with your eyes, you can't see on a camera, can you? That's the thing.
Not all the time, though.
Because your eyes can see good. Maybe one day the cameras will be as good as your eyes. Or better.
Oh, I think some of them are better, but you've got to pay about £3,000 for them. Sony do one called the A7S3. Very nice camera.
See everything.
Canon R6, another very nice camera.
Even though it's dark, I can still see stuff and see everything. Whereas on the camera, if you did it, I mean, this camera's quite good, to be fair. Let's see. Yes, can you see on this camera? That's quite good. This is a Samsung phone camera,
Not bad, is it?
and you can see.
I mean, it may be better than it looks on the tiny little screen on this one.
You know, filming with a good smartphone comes out really good, you know.
Yeah.
Even the pictures at night time, the Samsung was really good. The pictures at night time, because it's more brighter than your actual eye, you see. But in the summertime it'd be better, probably a bit more busier down here in the summer. But even late at night when we came, it was dark on Mum and Dad, there was loads of people walking dogs. In the distance all you see is these black figures walking. As they get closer you realise it's people with their dogs. Like metal nest down there. Maybe it's like a club defence or something. The
Right,
water
I'm
hasn't
going to
gone up this far for a
call
long
it
time.
quits on this recording here because it's just pitch black and you
The
can't see a
river
thing.
used to come out as far as this fence, you know. The River Dee
Yeah.
used to come out this far. They have
You can't even
stretched
see the
river
fence.
over the years.
Okay, bye bye for now.
Stretched